Yeah. If you fuck with winning, put your lighters to the sky. How could I make sense when I got millions on my mind? Coming with that bullshit.
Hello YouTube, I'm back with another tutorial. Today we're going to be doing a leveling script, so let's start out by making a folder in your server storage. Actually, we're going to use the replicated storage. Alright, so first we need two folders. One can be called events, and the other one can be called, we'll call it stats. Now in stats, let's make all the stats that you need. So maybe we'll add an int value, or hold on, let's look at all these values. So we got an int value, which is number value, and I want a number value just so it gives us more room to work. Int, it means integer, which means whole number. Now we can use an integer, it doesn't really matter, but I prefer number value. And might as well make one for XP, and the other one we can name level. And maybe when we want to add something like double XP. And if they have, this needs to be a bool value. Where is the bool value? Boolean means true or false, and we'll add this bool value. Okay, where did our level value go? Bool, double XP. I guess I'll teach you guys how to script double XP as well. And level. So now we will have something that gives us our, XP. We'll have this XP giver. Usually it would be for killing something or something, but right now we're not gonna make a whole game, we're just gonna make a XP giver right here. And in our events, alright, now that we have this set up, let's go make something that'll read our XP and level. So let's make a screen GUI, and in the screen GUI we'll have a frame, and the frame will be right, okay, I can never find anything here. There we go. In our frame, maybe we'll size it like this. I'm just gonna do it quickly, or else usually you would want to use the left side. The right is your pixels, and the left would be more like percentage wise. It's better to use the left because then it's more compatible with everybody's screen and just better throughout. So if you're making a professional game, you should probably use this side and only use percentages of the screen's size or whatever. And now we'll put a label here. Actually, we'll put another frame in right here, and this will be the main frame. So I'm gonna rename this main. I'm gonna rename this level, and this one I'm going to go down here and just hit, this is the X1, and make the Y on this 0.5. Okay, that's weird. Oh, I changed the position, my bad. 1, 0, 0.50. That'll be the level. And this will be the XP. And on this one, all the same size, besides this up here will be 0.5 for the y. So yeah, actually, let's come down here and make this a little bit less, so it gives it a different, better feel, better look. We'll make this background transparency to 1, and I'm not going to get too technical with the look. And we'll go in here, we'll add a text label. Where's my label at? My label. Okay, I cannot find my label. Oh, there it is. Come down here. Use 1, 0, 1, 0, and then we're going to want to change the x to 0.5. Maybe we'll copy this, paste it here. Alright, we'll just dupe it. Come up to here and say 0.5. And this one will just say level. Let's make sure both of them have a scaled. Okay. Level. We'll rename this one level, because this will be the actual number of your level. We'll come down here and we'll make the text say 0 or 1 actually. And I actually want to put a semicolon in front of this, or a colon, my bad. And then for this one, we'll copy and paste these over, and then rename this XP. And as you see, it already fits it because it's 0.5. And XP will say equals 0. I'm still deciding if I want to make this save or not. I think I might as well. We'll rename this stats. Alright, now we got it all set up. So in our server script storage, we want to start out by just putting a script in it. Now let's localize everything. Actually, yeah, let's localize this rep and the stats. Local rep equals game get service replicated storage. Yep. And then we're going to localize our stats equal rep dot stats, or we'll do wait for child just because. And then we're going to localize our events. And now we're going to do once a player joins. So game.players.player added connect function player local char equal, oh my bad, we'll switch over the stats. So we want to do stats clone local new stats equals stats clone, and now we're going to give it a parent, which should equal the player. Now every time a player joins, they will get a new stat, or a folder called stats that will have all their stats in it. And let's make sure this says 1. Okay, why is this a bool value? Probably should make sure that's a number value, not a bool value. My bad. Make sure the level equals 1 on default. because these are your default stats. And now let's start by making sure that everything stays updated here. So just to keep it simple, while wait true, while wait do, my bad. At top, we should probably localize the player first. Game.players.local player, and we'll come up here and make the stats never reset on spawn. Make the stats screen UI never reset on spawn. So we will wait until we get that stats folder. Wait for child stats, because that's what we named it, right? Capital S. Yes, we did. And then once that happens, we will say script.parent.level.text equals stats.level.value. And then we'll do the same thing with xp, script.parent.xp.xp.text equals stats.xp.value. Essentially what we just did here is we made sure that every time, I forgot how wait is, like per frame maybe, I don't know. Every time this function runs, it will make sure the text is correctly set to whatever your stats are at inside your player. And now let's make sure that when you get enough XP, you will level up. So new stats dot XP. I'll say new stats dot XP dot changed connect function we'll just do a while true actually. While wait true. Well, you probably shouldn't do this when making a good game. You want to do change because you want to be less laggy as possible, but for simplicity I'm probably just gonna do this and it won't lag too much at all. So while wait true do, we want to make the max. So what will our max be? Local max XP equals we'll do new stats dot level dot value times 50. So say I'm level 1, I need 50 XP to get to level 2. Say I'm level 2, 100 XP to get to level 3. And when that XP is reached, if XP new stats dot XP dot value is is bigger than or equal to max XP, then we'll change the new stats dot XP dot value to 0 and new stats dot level to 1 higher than it was. By doing that, we need to do this plus 1. So that should be correct. We'll test it out here real quick by just editing the xp.value and changing it to 50, and it should change our level to 1 and our XP to 0. So change it to 50, change to 0. Oh, let's see what's wrong here. Oh, I didn't put dot value. My bad. Dot value. Dot value. Now it should work correctly. $50. Level has been changed to 2. XP is back to 0. So that's all correct. Now let's make this XP giver. Oh, I didn't watch my GUI. Let's make sure the GUI is correct. Okay, it didn't even give me the GUI. That's interesting. And it didn't spawn me. It's also interesting. I turned off my character loading for the last tutorial I just did. So my bad. Alright. Let's go here to the stats, to my XP, say it's 50, level 2, XP 0, didn't change, XP is not, okay, I didn't make a capital P, easy fix, come over here, P, see if that's good. First we'll change it to 25 and it updated correctly and it updates correctly. Alright, awesome. Changes to 99, now 100, level 3. Alright, looks good. Now let's make it so this part will give you XP. Now this is where the event comes in. Actually, no, it doesn't. It's not where the event comes in. I don't think we need any events right now. My bad. This whole thing will be filter enabled without even a single event because these scripts will, since it's a script, it will do everything in filter enabled since it's server based. A local script is, local scripts right here like this one, but it's not updating anything that will matter outside of the local player because it's only changing its GUIs. So events won't work or won't be useful for this tutorial. But this isn't an event, how event works tutorial, so let's get on. So we'll say script.parent.touched connect function hit, or we'll say part, just be a little more clear. Alright, so this function will run once anything hits it right now. So let's make sure that it's a player. If part.parent find first child humanoid, then it's a player. And now we'll get the player from the character. And it doesn't really matter if you have this or not. If you don't and it just runs on a regular part, then it'll just run an error on the first one and it'll just keep going. It doesn't really matter. Local player equals game.players get player from character part.parent and player dot, what did we name it, stats dot xp equals player dot stats dot xp plus, say 5. Actually, we'll do this. We'll make a multiplier up here for if you have double XP. Oh, not up there, not way up there. local multiplier. Okay, I'll just call it multi. This is our multiplier, and it'll be 1 right now. If player.stats dot, let's see what I named it, double XP. Dot value equal true, then multi equals 2. So let's say this part will give you 5 XP every time you touch it, and then it will times it by the multiplier. And if you don't have the multiplier, it'll times it by 1, which will keep it at 5. And let's put parentheses around these. Even though it'll run the multiplication first, I just like to put parentheses around it so I can see it better. So it will work now, pretty sure. Now I didn't run a debounce on it, so we're probably going to hit it multiple times once it touches. Oh, stats is not a valid member of player. Interesting. Did I not get my stats? No, I did not get my stats. That's interesting. So, let's figure out why we didn't get our stats. Infinite yield on replicated storage. Wait for events. Oh, because we don't have events anymore, so it repeatedly waited for events, but it was never there. All right, now we should have our events, our stats, I mean. So let's go over here and touch this part. XP, I didn't put value again. And there. Now since I do not have double XP, it's 5 per. If I go here and I go to stats and I say I have double XP, which will probably be enabled if you have a game pass to double XP. Now I get 10 every time now. And this will keep going forever. There's your leveling script. Alright, now let's make a database.